You're welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this lovely party meat pies from A to Z. Yes, let's start. Measure out your flour. I'll be using 3,500 kgs of flour. That's 3.5 kgs of flour. That's what we'll be using for this meat pie. My target was to get at least up to 100, but after every when I cut the dough, I got around 88 or 86. But finally, with the remaining from the cutter, meat pie cutter and everything, finally I ended up with 96 pieces. So that is it. So with this 3,500 grams, you can get up to 90 something meat pies with medium cutters. The next thing to measure is our butter. You can use margarine, you can use your butter, no problem. You need 1,400 grams of margarine for this. Yes, baking powder, 2 tablespoons of baking powder only, and you can add 1 teaspoon of salt. Yes, to it. You stir very well, wash your hands very well, and you add in the margarine and you begin to mix. Take your time to mix very well till you have that breadcrumb texture before you start adding your milk. I'm using fresh cold milk for this recipe. Please feel free to use your cold water. Yes, I'm using it because it's available. If not, my normal recipes, I normally use my cold water. So use your cold water. If you still want to use milk, cold milk, no problem, but today I'll be using fresh milk. Cold milk, that's the main thing. The cold milk, whether fresh milk, evaporated, no problem. But if you want to use water, no problem. But today I'm using milk, that's cold milk. So start adding your milk little at a time, to form a dough. If you can notice that this mixing is a very big one, so I'm the only one working today. I started around 12 or around 8 to 12, so I'm the only one working, and I finished very late in the night. So I'm just taking my time to do this. So take your time to mix very well. All you need to do is to combine everything properly. If you can mix it at the same time, please, you can share it out and mix little at a time to make sure that you combine everything properly. But right now, I'll just mix a little and I'll bring it out on my work surface and I will start kneading. I don't need to knead for a long time, just to make it combine everything together. I'm okay. If you're new to this channel, this is your first time of watching my video, you are welcome to Progressive Recipes. I cook, I bake, I decorate cakes, I do different pastries I know you will love. So feel free to be a part of this lovely page, this channel, by only clicking on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell to be getting alerts of my new video. To be sincere with you, subscription is free, just for you to be getting alert of my new video. When I drop new video, you will get an alert. You can see I'm taking my time to do this, just gently. You don't need to stretch the dough or stress the dough, so just do it little at a time and you leave. Today, I'm not putting it in the fridge. I'm going to leave it inside my mixing bowl to rest. If you are in Nigeria, you're having hot weather, please feel free to pop in your fridge to relax before the filling is ready. But right now, I need to cut this out. If you want to measure your dough, feel free to measure. 75 is okay, 70 is okay, 70 grams is okay, 75 is okay. But to me, measuring will waste all my time. I measured a little and I stopped. I started cutting it off head. So feel free to measure if you can. Like I said, I'm the only one working today. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but God helped me. He really did, because looking at this, if I'm in Nigeria, I will employ my girls. People will come here left and right to help, but here I'm working alone. So you can see me measuring, but yet I wasn't able to measure all. So I told myself, you have to do this off head. But I got 88 or 86 here. But when I started cutting, the pieces excess coming out from the cutter, I molded it back again, and I got up to 96 meat pies. Okay, here are the other ingredients you need. I need oil, onions, this cornstarch, this ginger, garlic and pepper, minor cubes, carrot, and my mixed meat and Irish potato. I already cut my carrot and Irish yesterday. Spice the way you want. Feel free to spice the way you want. If you're in Nigeria, please don't forget to buy curry masala. Curry masala is excellently lovely for meat pie. I don't joke with it when I'm in Nigeria, but here I don't have it, so I'm using what I have. In a neat pot, just add in little oil, add in little salt, and you pour in your onion. Stir very, very well to combine. Allow to fry for a little while before you pour in your meat. Yes. The meat has been in the freezer for a little while. That's why it's freezed, but I'm going to allow it to defrost in the oil. I spiced with my curry thyme, seasoning cubes, this is my Benny spice. Feel free to add anything you use to cook if you want. It's not a must, but I love Benny spice. Add, stir very, very well. And you pour in the ginger, garlic, and pepper that you blended. The pepper is not too hot. Some people don't add pepper in their meat pie, but here is always cold. The weather here is always cold, so I prefer adding pepper to my dough. At last, it wasn't hot as I wanted, but still no problem. So pour in the Irish potatoes, and you pour in water. I love my Irish potato soft before I add in the carrot. So I'm going to pour in enough water to make this Irish potato cook very well and become soft before we start adding our carrots. So I'll just pour in the water right now and allow it to cook. Right now, my Irish has been cooking for a little while, so checking it is already soft. You can even detect from the look. So pour in my carrot immediately. Stir. I don't need to allow the carrot to waste time. I've already dissolved my cornstarch with water. I'm going to stir a little, and I'll add a little cornstarch to it, and that is all for this meat pie today. That's all for the meat pie filling. Just a little of the cornstarch, I'm good to go. I added all the carrots. The people that will be asking me how much carrots you purchase, how much this do you purchase. For the Irish potato, I got up to 2 kgs Irish potato, 2 kg carrots, though I didn't finish all, but at least up to 2 kgs. So for the meat, you can see the quantity. Meat, no quantity, you can even choose to add more, no problem. A little cornstarch dissolved one to my meat pie filling, and that is all. I need to allow it for a little while out of the heat and dish out and to cool. You can see my meat pie filling is ready. Yes, it's pretty ready now. Very okay. Looking good, looking lovely. So I'm going to dish out in a flat plate to start getting cold before we continue with the rest. Look at the beauty. So everything is set. My egg wash, my little flour to dust the surface, meat pie cutter, my oven tray. I'm using my baking paper. So a little flour on your work surface, and you add a little on the meat pie cutter, and you start working. Yes, like I said, I'm working alone. It wasn't an easy task. I can confess to you that it wasn't an easy task, but God really helped me. One thing I love about leaving your dough to rest a little while, it's good you make your dough before you start preparing the fillings, so that when the dough has already rested, it will be very easy for you to work with. Very, very easy. You will not stretch yourself much. You will not be stressed much. I don't know whether you noticed that the dough was a bit softer for me to work with than when I was even kneading it. So please allow your dough to rest. Even if you prepare the sauce before that day, please still make sure you allow the dough to rest before you start working with it. Look at that beauty. So I'll be placing one after the other. You can see this little cutout that came out from this one. Now I joined to the second one, but when it was much, I started joining to have new ones again. So that is that. Roll out your dough a little. If it's sticking, you sprinkle your flour a little and you continue. If you're sure the dough will cover the meat pie cutter, go ahead, place it. Place the filling at the center, just at the center, straight at the center. Use your egg wash round little at a time, and you close. Press to cut out those excess. Beautiful. That's all. Open, and you go ahead and place in your oven tray. That is beautiful. Okay, right now the first set is ready to go to the oven. I'll use the egg wash at the top of the meat pie gently. It's good you use brush so that you know perforate your meat pie. Some people love using fork to open their meat pie on the top. Feel free to do that if you are comfortable with it, but I'm not used to it, so I don't do it, especially for my meat pies. I don't do it. So if you're okay with it, no problem, go ahead and do it. So I'm not used to it, so I placed everyone inside my oven. I allowed it to preheat for at least 10 minutes before I started baking. So back to my table, I'll still continue to do my work for the day. If you're new to this channel, this is your first time of watching my video, please feel free to join this lovely family. Subscribe, like. If you have not liked my video, what are you waiting for? The first set is ready. Yeah. Looking so beautiful. So my dear, please subscribe, like my video, give me thumbs up. Finally my meat pies are ready, looking so beautiful. Look at that. So I arranged it with my baking paper. I just had to allow every to cool, because this is around very late in the night, because I know this is going out in the morning, so I need to allow it to make sure it's very cool. Everything is okay and ready. Look at the beauty. If you have not liked my video, give me thumbs up, like my video, comment, feel free to ask questions. Just imagine, this is beautiful. Please like this video, share for me, share to your friends and family. Thanks a million for watching. Bye.